Hello everyone, my name is Call Me Liam, and this is my submission video for Awesome Games Done Quick 2021 online of 007 Nightfire Any percent. I am joined by Tosk Squad.
Hello everyone, I'm Tosk Squad, and I'm another runner for this game.
And we're going to get straight into this. So right off the bat, right there, what we did was we, oops. I was meant to do that. Right there, we went into code names and we changed the default code name, which is going to allow us to use the play without saving option, so saving doesn't pop up every time we beat a level. So we're just going to get straight into this. I've got the timer at -11, so we can start this when need be. So we're going to get into it in 3, 2, 1.
And playing without saving allows you to just spam A through the level selects every time.
You spam A and start, and it seems to be twice as fast, actually. Anyway, this is Nightfire. This was released in 2002 with a bunch of other James Bond games. Really awesome game. Just kind of got a bit overshadowed by other games that came out that year. Probably the biggest one being GTA Vice City, and when GoldenEye came out before, this game did get a little overshadowed, but this game's great. So do you want to explain how the sections work and the spotlights coming up?
Yeah, so this upcoming section here, there's actually some spotlights that spawn in, and it's completely RNG where they actually appear on the ground. If you get caught in one, it'll actually spawn a bunch of enemies.
Oh, I got shot by the sniper. That's not a big deal, though. Like,
yeah.
I don't... Like, that can give me some problems later on, but it doesn't really matter. But you were saying, sorry?
Yeah, so since he didn't get hit by a spotlight, no one spawned to stop him later. But he actually did get sniped, which is pretty RNG also.
Won't take kindly to firearms. Keep them hidden.
So this is the party section, so Bond doesn't have any weapons here. So he just laser people straight in the mouth. So upcoming right here, this guy Rook comes through the door and has to wait for him to move out of the way. Perfect. And then upcoming here is the first clip of the gun.
Explain how clipping works.
So clipping basically works when you're crouching and then you pull out a gun or a gadget, just
while
how
you're
did
standing,
right
while you're standing back up. Yeah. It's
yeah, while you're standing back up.
It's
your
sort
hitbox.
Yeah.
Your hitbox is manipulated, and you can basically go straight through walls or the floor.
Yeah, there's different types of clips we're going to be doing in the run, but that's sort of the main method we did right there. So a lot's going to happen here, so I'm just going to play and let Tosk explain it.
Yeah, so you just spam kill those enemies and you run up the stairs here. Close to open this door, hopefully not die. He actually got good RNG here because one of these enemies can actually stand in front of the locker and they can just melt you with an SMG, and he actually got some good luck. So now he's out of there. He's going to be running into this gondola.
Also, I shot those two guys before because if they don't, they'll rush and spam open the door, and it's annoying. So what we did there, we walked backwards over this little hole there, which essentially activates the gondola because I touched a trigger, and then I grabbed more rockets through the gondola and grabbed armor as well. So now we're going to pre-fire this helicopter. All right, nice.
Nice.
So that was actually... Sorry?
I was going to say that pre-fire is actually based on an audio cue.
Yeah. That exchange was actually really, really good. I think that tied my... That was very close to tying my gold,
nice.
So... My real gold. Before I started splitting at a different time. So, this level, Alpine Escape. We can draw in the snow. It's basically on rails, and there's a few things we can do here and there to speed it up. But, essentially, this level has had a bit of a interesting history. For the longest time, we thought the max theoretical best was 402. Got tied many times. And then, just the heck out of nowhere, I discovered a strat that's essentially TAS only, and of course I discovered it accidentally, but yeah. Apparently this world record is tied by only 2 people, me and Ollie NK, which we both got in any percent runs. So I have to shoot that barrel.
Yeah, shooting these barrels allows your snowmobile to speed up.
Yeah. So the TAS strat that would have happened is these snowmobiles that spawn here, you can manipulate them in a certain way where it'll push you. When you go through the tunnel, they'll like explode and come through the wall. But it's basically just random.
It's pretty hilarious if it actually works.
But it loses way more time if it goes badly. But there is a strat we're gonna go for here, which saves about half a second. We're gonna shoot this guy through the cutscene, and we got him. Nice. Oh. Okay, that just lost us all the time. If you hit that guy ASAP, you'll save half a second, and Zoe will speed up the snowmobile sooner. But it's not a big deal. Didn't lose any, like, very much time from it. So. Oh, another thing to note about this level is I have to be careful where I actually shoot the turret dudes, because if I kill the driver by accident, the snowmobile will stop in front of me and just cause me to lose a lot of time. Like, a lot of time, if you're really unlucky.
You can even flip on accident.
Yeah, sometimes... just quickly, the strat for the IL is to shoot this keypad over here, which is faster than blowing up the doors there, but if you miss it, it loses way more time than just blowing up those doors, so we just blow up those doors, and it's a lot easier to do too.
Sorry, we forgot to make a reservation.
Because that shot is really precise. So,
Crash the dinner party.
yeah, sometimes your snowmobile can get stuck, and then it's just like, it gets stuck, and then it sort of juts at it, and then just re-puts you down. Just loses a lot of time. Also, that tree explodes for some reason. Don't know why. But by way of comparison, that one doesn't. Okay. So I missed the rocket, but it doesn't matter. I like to blow that, like, I like to try and kill that guy because it'll actually produce a lot of lag. So we're coming up on basically the biggest reset point of every runner in this game. It's called Enemies Vanquished. And the strat we're going to try do is we're going to try and wedge the car between a barrier and a sort of corner, and it'll push us out of bounds. Let's hope for the best. Alright, well, the barrier's in a bad position, but... Nice, first try. That can be really, really random, so... That can be really, really random, and I played that really well, so that's good. So now we got to wait exactly 27.5 seconds on the gas, and then I let go of it, and we should be at the end of the level.
So that trick Liam just hit, first try actually is a pain to try and get. If you're going for a good time, you have to hit that first or second try.
And we drop, and now we're at the end of the level. Oh, we didn't hit the trigger right off the bat, but still. If you do it right, you'll just land right on the trigger, but it's not a big deal.
007, you must eliminate those helicopters if we are to make a safe extraction.
So now we just gotta dispatch all of the enemies here.
Yes.
And now we're moving into Double Cross, which is essentially a very movement-intensive level. We're not going to see clips until the next level, but this level here, this guy in the load screen, we have to sort of escort him, but yeah, he kind of sucks because he no, gold PP7. Yeah, he kind of sucks because he only moves when enemies are stunned or dead, and maybe he's actually really fast here. And he moves faster when he's looking at you.
To the right.
Holy crud. He's insanely fast here. Real workout here. So I'm getting real unlucky there, but oh my gosh, that Mayhew was insane.
We're close to the bunker now.
So that went really well. This is like 37 pace, I think, but we'll see. So this next section, we basically have to rescue a bunch of hostages and stuff. And they can just die randomly if you're really unlucky. So we're gonna try and headshot this one here. Nice. And you're not supposed to be able to make this jump here. Destroy Mayhew's computer, delete his browsing history. And then we gotta... Oh, heck. That was a bit... That was a bit, spaghetti there, but I did it anyway, so... That's good.
So this upcoming section, there's actually a hostage where there's a guy with a shotgun that attempts to shoot you, and he can actually kill the hostage, and it'll ruin your entire run.
A powerful yet stealthy flashbang grenade disguised as an electric shaver.
All right, nice. He was turned around, so he took time to turn around. I will also note that I pick up the sniper rifle here for this ninja fight we're about to do, but I'll note that I did that with the silence pistol because it's just a theory, but we think that the guards get less alerted, so there's less chance of the hostage getting shot, but we can't confirm or deny that, so we just snipe this ninja. And really good double cross. World record pace for that is usually...
Nice.
World record pace is usually sub 11 out of double cross, and we were only about 13 seconds, so really good pace here. So we're going into night shift here, which is a really cool level. Lots of really cool clips and stuff. These guards have some funny lines, but there's a really funny one that's like, "We've got an intruder," and but we didn't get it. Okay, so what I did there, I didn't hit that other guard because he'll I'm just too fast for him. But what I did there, that's called reverse clip. A regular clip, you stand up and pull out a gun or a gadget. This one, we crouch and sort of go under the elevator. Like, you'll crouch and pull out a gun or a gadget, and you just sort of wedge under it. So we're gonna jump a little to the left there, which will essentially make that turret go away so the guard doesn't hear it and hit the alarm. Plop the credit card in there. Beat the door. If you beat the door, that's very tight, but it means we had good movement. Cheeky vent clip. And now, here's another really stupid clip, but... do you want to explain how the keypad clip works?
I'm not really sure exactly how it works since you just covered it.
Well, I'll explain it. Essentially, one day I was just messing around with the keypad and I found you could do that, but what happens is you normally use this thing I'm holding, the decryptor, to unlock those keypads, but they gave you the option to enter the code manually, and you can find the code. This is a frame perfect clip, by the way. You can... Oh, I got it. Nice. You can enter the code. You can find it on the computers in the level. Oh, no. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, I have a lot of trouble with that clip sometimes. I still don't know how it works. If you get unlucky there, though, you'll just go straight back down to your doom and you'll hit a death trigger.
So you could keypad clip through this door, but the problem is we don't know a way out of the room, so
that's
we
faster.
have to use the decryptor to open it.
Sorry, I was a little preoccupied there. I'll explain how it works, the keypad clip. So you'll they gave you the option to enter the code manually. So what I found was if you bring the keypad up and then bring it down, Bond's collision just doesn't exist for a couple frames. So you can essentially just keep spamming it, bringing it up and down, and just walk through walls. It's pretty hilarious, especially when the TAS does it. Anyway, floors don't exist, by the way. So almost a sub 14 out of night shift, which is really good.
This is a really good run.
Yeah, this is really good. So we're going into chain reaction, bit of an intense level, lots of really hectic clips, and
007, your camera
lots
should
of
help
insane
you.
movement.
Any snipers in the
So you have to take that photo and then hit this clip here. Nice, got the instant clip too, which is a lot faster. Sometimes that photo just doesn't take. Then we're gonna do
a tiny little jetpack that you can take a picture of.
And the guards can get in the way too if you're really unlucky. So that clip we did there was a bit of a reverse clip, but not really. And when the game was white, we were actually still inbounds, but it just hadn't loaded yet. The second section of chain reaction, there's a really intense clip here where we're gonna have to clip and then walk along a seam. So I just want to focus on this clip. Okay, we're good now. Yeah. So then we have to take a bit of a leap of faith at the end here, but it's pretty easy. Nice. Yeah, that's really precise and really hard to hit, but we got it, so...
Yeah, this level is really challenging. There are some beginner strats.
We can use a laser. Yeah, we can use the laser from under there. Also, the laser breaks the door faster on NTSC, but on NTSC you have to let go slightly. But it's still faster on NTSC, so... Swag sunnies. So now we're moving on to Phoenix Fire. This is actually the shortest level in the game, if you remove the loads, because we pretty much just clip through the whole level.
Security alert. The elevators have been temporarily disabled for your protection.
The first clip there. And this coming up is debatably the hardest clip in the game, so I do want to focus here. I'm going to have to put a briefcase down, stand on it, walk through a wall after doing a clip in a very specific way, so let's hope we hit it. Nice, got it.
Nice. That's a very advanced trick right there.
Yeah, so as soon as I see the elevator, I have to crouch and it pops me in, but I have to do it all fast, so yeah, it can be a bit intense. And if you're really unlucky, hang on. That's a frame perfect clip. I had to focus there, sorry. But that clip with the briefcase, you can pop back in to the control room if you're really unlucky. So this is really good. Yeah, we're gonna get out of Phoenix Fire sub 18, which is insane pace.
Yeah, that elevator clip is actually a lot harder than it looks. You got it first try.
So that's our final clip. So usually good pace to get out of Phoenix Fire is sub 1730, but I mean we're doing really good here. So these next upcoming levels are pretty resident sleeper. They're essentially there's no skips, there's no like clips or epic tricks or anything like that. This is Deep Descent, probably the level a lot of people hated the most as kids because it's about a 4-minute long level and there's no checkpoints. You die, you go back to the start. Pretty insane.
The most likely place you are to die is the very end of the level too.
Yeah.
Your remote torpedoes aren't as powerful, 007.
So this is the main trick we're gonna do on this level coming up here,
Yeah,
which is
this is the hardest part.
yeah, ironically at the start of the level. So we just nice. Oh, I thought that wasn't gonna hit for a moment, but anyway. Yeah, you're supposed to use the remote torpedoes. You can use the regular ones.
And if you drive through the laser grids, you just instantly fail the level.
Yeah. So Yeah, these mines are pretty easy to avoid. On Double O Agent, that's a different story, though. But anyway. You're supposed to use a remote torpedo here. Which we do, but there's a trick called Taspedo where you can hit this one with the regular torpedoes, but it's just insane because it saves only like 2 seconds and it requires a very, very precise lineup, and it's just really stupid of a skip. TAS only. I almost hit my head there. You saw I moved. So, we just gotta plop all these charges on here.
I didn't realize you're timed in this section.
Right, 007. Now get out of there.
Oh.
Alright. So, I'll mention it after I explain what's happening here, but, well, we gotta follow this sub, and I'll explain more about this sub in a moment, but we've been looking for a skip for this level for the longest time, and it's pretty much considered the holy grail of skips for this game. Either this or the next level. We know if you can get out of bounds, you can drive straight to the end, because Fitterspace, another runner and sort of the tasser of this game, used a cheat code, and when he got out of bounds, he was able to just drive to the end. Yeah, this sub, we've got to follow this sub, but we're just going to be cutting every corner, taking every shortcut, and so on, and eventually we'll get in front of the sub for a slight period of time.
If you accidentally tap A and shoot the sub, it'll instantly fail the mission. You have to start the entire thing over.
Yeah, this plane here can actually bonk you. I've had it bonk me before, and it's quite annoying when it happens.
That sub just drives straight through it.
Yeah.
Clips straight through it.
It cuts it down, dude. But anyway, we got to slow down for a moment here so we don't bonk on that door.
Yes.
And now we're in front of the sub for a little. Fire one torpedo to blow those up. Just because it looks cool. Those torpedoes were bad. These ones should work. There we go.
Yes. Strap some armor onto the car.
If I was on world record pace before, that may have ruined it, but I'm not really concerned with that. Oh yeah, grab armor for the car. Physical body armor for our car, so we're protected now from the sub. So this sub, 2 torpedoes, last charge goes on, and boom. The sub is a bit of a glass cannon, but yeah.
That sub ruins childhoods right there.
Yeah. So sub 21 deep descent is actually pretty good.
You mean sub 22?
Sub 22, sorry.
Yeah.
So this level here, Island Infiltration, it's basically the longest auto-scroller in the game. Yeah, not much to say. The first section of this level is actually really, really cool. Lots of really hectic drifts and driving and combat in cars. Alright, so we have to make sure we download that access code. I lost a race to Matt Timber a while ago due to not doing that. That was not a happy day.
Yeah, I've lost a PB to that before.
So these cars that come up, where they explode can be random and can be really annoying. That first one is usually the worst culprit. The second one usually cooperates more. There we go. So those cars were actually insane.
That's perfect.
And if we do this
if you have enough
correct,
speed here, you'll just flip over.
which we did.
Like that.
So yeah, we're going to be playing this not exactly safe, but trying to stay out of enemy fire because we're going to need a lot of health for a thing that's coming up. Because, well, do you want to explain how the armor sort of links into the second section of this level?
Yeah, so the second section, your HP carries over from this section. So if you don't grab the armor here at the end, you won't have enough HP to survive the second section.
Yeah, and that second
yeah.
section is basically like you don't pick up any armor in that, so.
Yeah, you take damage guaranteed. There's nothing you can do about it.
Also, shoutouts here. I lost a previous submission. I got stuck in the bridge there, and it basically ended the run because well, hang on. I gotta kill this last sentinel, and then we get the armor. Nice.
Nice. Perfect.
Yeah, essentially think of that bridge like a line in your car's 2 hitboxes, and I got stuck in it like that.
Good work so far.
You soft locked.
Yeah. So, this is an auto scroller. The first thing is to blow up that bridge as quickly as possible. And now this mainly is an auto scroller. There's nothing else to it. There's only really one major time save here, which is coming up. Here you basically, we're gonna get rid of this sentinel, but this tower, it's actually faster by like 7-10 seconds if you let your thing lock onto it first for some reason. We don't know why, because the plane speeds up, but anyway.
And you have to be careful you don't spam too many missiles here, because you can actually run out and not be able to destroy the turrets.
Yeah, you can machine gun the turret, but it's very slow, and if you're low on HP, you're pretty much toast.
Yeah.
There's a few things I can do for entertainment. You can shoot the light posts. You can shoot the water.
On the right.
So you shoot the center here, it just blows up both sides of the bridge here. Which you have to, that is an objective, so.
Up ahead, James.
Yeah, I don't know. This is why we want to skip for this level. This level's just about halfway done now, or I don't know.
Probably a little bit over half.
Yeah. We're gonna have this whole section where the plane just sort of flies around this bay down here.
Yeah. As if this level wasn't long enough. There's another section after this too.
Yeah.
But luckily that one's pretty short.
So we're gonna shoot those boats just because Allura's gonna swivel around and we'll shoot the boats. There we go. Nice. Jeez. Alright. So this should be... No, this isn't the last of the planes. We have one more lap around the bay to go, and then the planes are all gone, so we're pretty set here. But you notice that armor that I picked up earlier, right? If I died in this auto-scroller about now, back to the start of it, with only a little bit more health, too, from when you'll die. So
it spawns you back at half health.
Yeah.
If you were below it, yeah.
It does, yeah. They're just gonna machine gun these planes.
The whole extra lap isn't very necessary. Like, why did even do it?
So this tower here is pretty funny. The smoke appears like before it blows up. And last enemy is a boat for some reason. And this is pretty funny. You can actually damage yourself here. So I just do it anyway. So that's the last enemy. So there's a really, really awesome strat you can do here. It saves a lot of time, as in none. Okay, the thing I was trying to do, if you shoot it there, the rocket explosion appears in the cutscene, and it's just kind of swaggy.
I'll hold
So we're playing Titanfall James Bond Edition now. So this is another auto-scroller. What a surprise. And the whole premise of here is to try and, well, it's mainly the tanks that progress this auto-scroller. But, planes spawn too, which we're going to take down. So there is a funny meme strat you can do where you blow up the tires of the tank and it goes into the side. Yeah, tires on a tank, okay. But I'm not going to do that. Just because this run is actually pretty good, so we're going to be sniping these planes out of the sky. Oh, I missed that. Oh well, doesn't matter. More planes. And I'm going to zoom out here because it lets me look to the left more. So I can blow them.
The tanks spawn into existence there.
Yeah.
I've discovered a weakness, James.
We have to shoot this sub at a very specific time.
But you'll only have a short
So I
time
look a little to the
without
left.
resulting blows.
Reduces a bit of lag. I shot that a little late, but I've been a bit more conservative with when I shoot that lately because I've lost a couple runs to it. But anyway, that's y'all can wake up again. We're playing the game again. So this is Countdown. It's often considered the like true last level of the game because Equinox is a bit of a scripted sequence. So this level's pretty intense. Probably the most important to practice, I think, if you run this game. But right off the bat, we're gonna set up these mines here to get a quick kill on this level's boss, Rook. I don't know if you've noticed, but in this game, every enemy, like every boss seems to have a lifespan of like maybe a second or 2 seconds at most. And the final boss actually has the shortest out of all of them. Like, I'm talking literal frames. So this skip we're going to be doing here is essentially this door opens very slowly after we hit the button to blow everything up, but we can skip it. Oh, that was a little mess. That was a little messy, but we got it. Nice.
That clip's very hard to hit into. It's a very precise lineup.
So I killed that guy there because I want his grenades. Same with this guy too. There we go. So Rook's gonna spawn here. We're just gonna completely destroy him. We want to switch to the grenades here because we're going to do a precise grenade shot, which is going to be a bit of a enemy spawn manipulation.
Yeah, the shot's just going to instantly kill these two guys that spawn.
Because it hits a trip mine behind them. So oh heck. So this clip I'm going for here, essentially you skip the entire silo section and you just go straight into the end. Nothing else to it. So we're coming up on the final clip of the run. It's called Kiko Skip, and there's essentially a 2-minute... I don't know how to explain it very simply, but there's essentially a 2-minute like scripted sequence where Kiko is launching shuttles and stuff, but we are gonna skip all of that because there's actually a trigger that stops you pushing the end level button, and we're gonna bypass that trigger. Okay, this is good. Nice. There we go.
Nice.
So this might actually be a 36. Might. Definitely a low 37. Oh, it'll be close, but I don't know. Definitely a low 37 though. But you can sort of tell your end time when you get into Equinox, but yeah, I mean, this is Equinox, the final level of the game, but it's often considered, you know, run guaranteed at that point. because you essentially, as I said, it's a scripted sequence. The only things you can do to speed it up is kill these first two guys quickly, and kill Drake early when well, as soon as possible when he spawns, which you're gonna see it, literal frames of a lifespan Drake is going to have.
Basically nuke him right in spawns.
Oh, so we can disable nuclear missiles with our fist, our mighty fist. We can just punch them.
They teach that in the MI6 program.
You can punch them all the way, it's just a bit risky to do, but I'll do it. Nice. Okay, I'm not punching anymore. I'm sorry. It is funny to do, though. Need to keep on top of the missiles and the bad guys that spawn. You can sort of see in the HUD up the corner. So each rocket takes 3 shots to kill. Oh, he went into the laser. Yeah, they can do that sometimes.
I think there was one more guy you got killed.
Oh, I didn't. Thank you. I'm gonna wait for some ammo. There we go.
You can also do this level completely upside down if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
just...
like that.
These are the last of the bad guys here. So, I mean, nothing else to it here. For some reason, the HUD flashes red up there, but no enemies actually spawn on this one.
So to be able to kill Drake in a few frames, there's actually an audio cue we have to listen to. And what we need to do is use the samurai here and just do a gigantic overcharge shot.
Yeah, that's the alt fire. I want to give a quick shout out to the story of this game, by the way. Drake's supposed to be like a green ecologist, but he thinks the best way to save the Earth is just by blowing it up, so just thought I should mention that. Anyway, we're gonna wait for the audio cue here. So as soon as Allura says laser, I'm gonna fire.
The missiles are damaging the station. It's starting to break up. James, you must hurry. The laser has gone into overdrive,
Okay,
James.
so this should hit Drake and he should just get destroyed. And there he goes. And get ready on time. No 36, but still a good time. 37:06. Damn good run.
Beautiful time. It's better than second place, actually.
Yeah, beat Matt Timber. But yeah, that's my submission for Awesome Games Done Quick 2021 online for any percent of 007 Nightfire. I don't know what else to say, I guess. I hope you enjoyed the run, and please do consider me for your marathon.
Shaken.
And we're
Not
gonna watch the
scared.
end of this.
Or is it stirred, not shaken?
Not shaken.
Definitely stirred.
Astronomers from around the globe are reporting unexpected meteor showers. Well done, 007.
Then I'm sure the world won't mind my taking a few days off. We'll let the autopilot be our designated driver.
Oh, James.
But anyway, that's Nightfire. Thank you so much for watching.